Hello and welcome to Trinity Stamps. Today we're going to be taking a close-up look at the Stuck Santa die set. This is a 13-piece standalone die set. It has all the dies to create a cute little Santa who got stuck in the chimney. It's so much fun. Now some of these dies are close together so you can bend them apart to separate them, and also other parts are larger so you're able to get your snips in there and cut them apart. Once they're all cut apart, you can then use the dies to cut out all the pieces to create this little scene. So I have the traditional colors here, red, white, and black for my Santa, and I will show you how to put all of these together to create the scene and the chimney as well. Now the chimney has some embossed detail. Let me show you how I achieved that. So you can just run this through your die cutting machine. I chose a darker red cardstock so there would be some difference between the chimney and the Santa suit. So now you can see there's a little bit of embossing there and that looks fine. But if you happen to have the silicone mat, it will give you some amazing impressioned detail on this chimney. So I'm using some paper tape to tape that in place after nestling that paper back into the die. I use my silicone mat and my embossing mat. And now you can see here it really put the brick detail into this chimney, and I love how it turned out. All right, so here again are all those die cut pieces, and now it's time to take a look on how they go together. But if you can't remember, there is a picture included in your die set so it can remind you where all the little things go. I blew it up so I could show you there on the screen what it looked like. All right, so now I'm adding these thin white strips to the bottom of the pair of pants. Now this will give you that look of the white fluff at the bottom of his pants that Santa would normally have. All right, once those are on, we're taking these little black pieces, and these are his boots, the bottom of his boots. So we're going to glue those onto the back of the pants so they're just poking out like that. And now you can see what this piece looks like once it's all done. Now let's move on to Santa's jacket. There's a white piece here I'm adding, and there's also a black piece that will be the belt. One of them is, I think, a tiny bit wider than the other one, but if you interchanged the part that's for the bottom of the jacket and the belt, I don't think it's a big deal. This is the belt piece. You can see I first glued on the white piece that goes down the center of the jacket and then the belt. I'm leaving more space at the top of his jacket than at the bottom because some of that will go behind the chimney. And you can see I'm working upside down, probably because that's how the finished piece looks. All right, now before I go ahead and glue down the stuff on my chimney, there's several ways you could accent this particular chimney to give it a little bit more detail. I chose to use a dark red Copic marker and just accent those pieces that are embossed to give it a little bit more detail. You could also do white in between, and you could cut this from white cardstock and color the whole thing to give it a lot of shading. So now I'm just showing you how all of these pieces go together once they're glued and ready to go. This will fit on a mini Slimline card as well as a regular Slimline card and probably other sizes that you can imagine. Now here's what I did with all my pieces. I created an ornament because you can think of how to put this on a card, but I am in love with making my own ornaments, and my Christmas tree is kind of vintage Santa, so I thought this would be really cute. I added some grit paste on there. I used Wink of Stella on my Santa suit. I added some stickles on the white parts, and I used that gold paper on his buckle so it has a lot of fun detail. And I used a wobbler to put his legs onto the back of that jacket. All right, here's a couple cards using this die set so you can see there are some cute ideas for the card as well, and I think it's just a really fun set. I already have some more ideas to use with it and can't wait to play with it again. I thank you so much for stopping by. If you would like more Trinity Stamps information and inspiration, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. I'll see you on the next video. Bye!